Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as Red Holy Roman Empire, we have Valdemar1902. On the right side as the Cyan English, we have Matiz. English versus Holy Roman Empire. English does of course have access to Vanguard man-at-arms, while his opponent does also have access to early man-at-arms. So we could see man-at-arms engaging each other. English does also have access to longbowmen, which are generally very powerful, even versus man-at-arms. Overall, it looks like English may have a bit of a better matchup, but as the game starts progressing, the Holy Roman Empire man-at-arms become much more powerful, while the English man-at-arms become much more resilient, but the damage will be overcome. Going for Aachen Chapel, not going for the unique blacksmith. The unique blacksmith does have some good technologies in there. Primarily gain spearmen and horsemen +2 hack armor. But people don't usually go for that one, because the Aachen Chapel is probably, in my opinion, the most powerful landmark in Feudal Age. Because right here, Evil has absurd gathering rate across tree, stone, and gold, and later on, farms. The English will have more powerful farms later on. Got the council hall going on up. At the nearby wood. He's also collecting a lot of stone. He's eyeing for a fast second town center. Got another town center over here as well. The Aachen Chapel is providing a massive amount of income benefits. Getting the second town center up almost before his opponent even got his other town center started. And now these forest puppets are not going to be cleaned up by the English. He also deploys a mill over here to make sure he maintains good collection rate of those here. We're putting out some line of walls here. And now we do have scout. Neither side's going for any military units at the moment. So we got the initial scouts and prelate outposts here. Very nice. And that's just a scout there. You don't have to be that aggressive for a scout. Yes, you must. Council Hall has been scouted out there. No longbowmen just yet. And now we've got the Bulgrave Palace being employed field. The Bulgrave Palace does act as a barracks with times 400 production rate, so it's basically 4 barracks. Does say 400 increase, uses 400% faster, so that maybe acts as 5. It's hard to say at the top of my head. Because sometimes when it says something like increased by 120%, it just generally means increased by 100%, or not 20%, 20%. But sometimes some games this actually does mean 120% increased. That sort of thing. I guess one way to look at it is if there's another barracks on the field, we can compare the two. I got a big wave of man-at-arms being put on the field. Of course, they're early man-at-arms. The opponent does have, of course, the King's Palace on the field, getting some crossbows out as well. That would be, and thanks to Council Hall, it acts as a fast archery range. It'll help him deploy a good number of crossbows. And he's going to need them quickly. The scout does spot this, so he does see these man-arms charging on forward. Does get some taps there. Zodiac Doggo is trying to assist the scout as well. Crossbows moving down here. He hasn't realized the fact that he's rotating over here. Does have now the regular man-at-arms deployed on the field. His opponent's trying to go for more crossbows, a good item to counter with. But it'll take a bit of time to get them up in large enough numbers to deal with these man-at-arms. But they are streaming one at a time, so they can be focused down, swatted away like a nest of bees. Wait, that's not how that works. You don't want to swat away a nest of bees. You'll get really stung there. Got now a monster deployed on the field. Got a good number of these man-at-arms deployed on the field. Still needs more crossbow. Got 15 versus 6 military units. Does, of course, a network of castles here to increase these guys' attack speed. Very important, but now this crossbow is starting to get overran. Needs to get inside the town center. It's just doing a bit too much damage there. Crossbows just need to fall back to town center. These ones are trying to pursue this man-at-arms. Doesn't get that man-at-arms there. Does lose that crossbow there. These man-at-arms now hitting these villagers. He does, of course, have the King's Palace here. Does act as additional town center. So he can lose some and get recovered much more quickly. Right now, the village count is even. Man-at-arms or villagers start getting hit there. Does get inside the town center of some of these guys. Very good. They do have the pierce armor. He actually went for the pierce armor. So these extra arrows will do 1 damage each. Scout receiving a bit of fire there, but providing some good information, telling him how many man-at-arms push him forward. He is still building more man-at-arms at the moment. He's all this man-at-arms as well. 4 being cleaned on up. Does have a relic on the side of there as well. We got 2 relics claimed by Red, 1 relic picked up by Cyan. Wheelbarrow now being researched by the Holy Roman Empire. And the scout does go down there. Losing a scout is a bit of a problem. It has right now 11 crossbows on the field. His opponent has 19 man-at-arms. They do have the same movement speed, though of course his opponent can't go for marching drills. Not sure. Did he already go for marching drills? Yep, he has already gone for marching drills, so never mind. Go for 2-handed swords as well, since he's not fighting against any man-at-arms himself. He can go for 2-handed swords, just get a bit extra damage on these man-at-arms as well. Man-at-arms are now advancing down south. We've got these crossbows taking out an exotic doggo. Now just going to try to siege down this town center. It does have a good number of crossbows here for defense. Red's now going for some horsemen to overrun these crossbows. Very nice. That's why Cyan's going to hit. Went for a couple spearmen. These man-at-arms are now charging forward. These villagers need to get on the inside. Scout does close a gap there. He's not withdrawing these villagers in time. He has a couple crossbows here for defense. Comes to the firing away. Crossbows getting overran. He has not deployed on palisade walls that control the movement around his town. Some of these villagers are going down. Cyan has a slight village advantage, but he's losing villagers, of course. But some of these villagers are also wounded. He does have textiles. He does have this monk here heal up this villager who's using his arrow. Got a pair of horsemen now put on the field. More man-at-arms as well. And now we got some handful of walls there, trying to control some movement. Military Academy completed by whoever technically I've selected. Not sure who it was. It is Red technically I have selected. Red's now going for some farms here. The Auction Chapel is still providing some excellent gathering rate benefits across this front line there. I got some palisade, or not palisade, more farms going up. The stone is still being collected up as well. The exotic doggo does go down. He does get the 2-handed weapons research, so now they have a little bit extra damage. He can go for some blacksmith hack damage as well. Taking out south, we've got a handful of spearmen here and a good number of crossbows, enough to hold back these horsemen, but there's still just a large number of man-at-arms here. Spearman does get some good damage there. Spearman does help the man-at-arms now. Of course, does have the network castles here to help increase the rate of fire of these crossbows. Does get the hardened spearman restrict there. He still does not have a proper front line to hold against these man-at-arms. This may want to go for mass spearmen to help hold the front line. They won't do much versus these man-at-arms, but they just have to hold it long enough for the crossbows to get some good damage on in. And right now, it's not looking good for Cyan. Horsemen advancing on in as well. Man-at-arms getting focused down quite nicely. Network castles have been activated there as well. And now you just have to hit these horsemen, these crossbows that have got good control with the man-at-arms. I get a small spear brace there. Focus down some of these man-at-arms, very nice. And Red does get forced back there, slowly torching down this town center. Town center, of course, it's not the primary town center, so it does have half the health. Good damage there by the crossbows onto these man-at-arms. And most of the man-at-arms have gone down. Very good focus fire there. Now got the two-handed maces as well, so now they have anti-armor damage. It's definitely a good idea not to go for man-at-arms of its own. Generally, right now, if you need just something to hold the line, spearmen and man-at-arms both do equally as well versus his opponent's man-at-arms. So it's probably just better to go for spearmen and focus on going for crossbows, mangonels, and hand cannoneers to deal with those man-at-arms from now on. Right now, 3 relics have been claimed by Red, 1 relic claimed by Cyan. The last relic is located right here, which could be easily grabbed by the Holy Roman Empire player. Got a number of stables here. Find some more horsemen. What other production at the moment? Just using the stables and the Bolgrave Palace. Bolgrave. I just went for Landsknecks. Landsknecks are very powerful. They do have high damage, and they do have AoE damage as well. They can take apart Spearman no prime, and they are light armored, not heavy armor, so regular archers are better against them. In another case, longbowmen. Cyan's going for a big wave of walls there, establishing his own front line. Let's see, do you have this gold deposit here? Could be claimed up by Cyan. Down here, got 2 gold deposits down here, contestable, but more likely on red side. This gold deposit and stone deposit is quite safe in Cyan's side of the territory. Horseman advancing forward, spearman on the wrong side. Let's get some good damage down on those horsemen. Got a handful of Landsknecks now pulling field, getting some good damage there. Landsknecks, I believe they can go up like 32 damage, something really absurd. If I find one, we'll click on it. There's a Landskneck there. Right now the damage is 18. Yeah, fully upgraded in Pure Age. They are actually really powerful. Cyan right now has a larger military force in the field. His opponent may just need to go for more horsemen. He does have a handful of spearmen here. He's getting a handful of longbowmen. Nothing too significant. Now got a second side captured up by Red. Cyan, oh, that's Red captured that one as well. Cyan's trying to go for a line of palisade walls. Their outpost has the relic and spring golden placement on the inside. Not going for a keep here as well. Going for the outpost first to get a network of network of castles pulled out on the field. And now got these no spear bursts there. Let's get some good damage on the horsemen. Trying to go for this keep there, but there's not a lot of villagers here. 3, that's not a lot. That keep probably needs to be cancelled and force him back, though he's right now not hitting his villagers because front line is disintegrating. I don't think it's going to get that keep up. Horseman now overrunning, so it's the man armed, and it's not. He's far from completing the castle. Cancel it and fall back. Got more villagers pushing me forward. There's the rest of the builders. But then now he's lacking any sort of military there. Let's send in more villagers. The villagers need to fall back. Now so he needs some torch damage on that keep, which will reduce this refund. A couple of those villagers do go down. Let's cancel it now.
I think they list that. We are beyond this hour. Yeah, a non-written.
Outpost going down. They're making their way forward. Let's get some damage there on the man-at-arms. Horseman does go down there. Horsemen trying to stop those villagers building the outposts that will provide network castles. Right now, Cyan has less villagers than his opponent, even though he does have more town centers. Having trouble with all these horsemen. Not any additional land strikes on the field at the moment. Over here, we do now these horsemen advancing forward, trying to find some harassment on these villagers. Does torch around this little bit of hole there. But it looks like they will be forced back by these spearmen. There are some spearmen on the retreat. They could get some good damage as well. Tower does not get built, but it's not fully destroyed either. We now got the elk block palace now being deployed on the field. Being put out right there. This will provide a powerful keep with extra weapons, right? No. Next keep, increased health, and nearby buildings will get less damage, receive less damage. Nothing too significant, just a okay defensive landmark. Nothing too crazy like Red Palace or Berkshire Palace. Crossbow will get overran there. Elsbach Palace not being deployed on field. Getting closer to complete. Spearmen should spot that. Got some villagers here as well. Maginal advancing forward as well. Tower's not been fully filled. Going for another tower on the back line. And there, the Elsbach Tower is now complete. Does get inside there as well. Does not have any weapon placement upgraded. Now we got the Vinegard Palace now being put on field. A relatively rare one. Berkshire casts such a powerful defensive placement. People just need to go for that. But this does give them access to unique banner armies as well as some unique units. I don't know how effective those unique units are in this matchup. I've never really seen the Vanguard Rangers being put on the field. The other one, the other man-arms, like a man-arms unit. The Vanguard, something. And then the first one does give like a Vanguard army, which doesn't give me unique units, but you get a pretty cheap trebuchet from it. Let's see, what's called the Vanguard army produces 2 spearmen, 2 crossbows, and a trebuchet. That already costs less than a trebuchet, so you get a very cheap trebuchet, as well as some. Sure, it costs a bit more. No, that's about the same right amount of gold, but you get a pretty cheap trebuchet right there. Vanguard Raiders, 3 horsemen, 3 knights. Not sure, can't really do the math of that. I'm not sure what the Vanguard Rangers exactly do. The Vanguard footmen, I believe, are just faster footmen. Now I do have, of course, the elite crossbow research there, trying to deal with these men-arms. I may want to transition to some cannoneers. They like putting holes in everything. So a bit more effective against horsemen as well as the men-arms. Of course, they do have less range. Maganel and Springbolt trying to engage. Gets a great hit there onto the Maganel. Does get a kill there onto one of the Maganels now. Springbolt getting some good damage as well. Or Maganel onto Maganels. Now I've got a bandit army being put on field. That's the one with the trebuchet. There it is. See up here. Damage on the horsemen. Trying to pull the line. Maganel finds good quality there. Bombard now pushing forward, trying to break down that wall. Springbolt advancing forward, trying to hit these siege weapons. Finds good hit there on the Maganel. The other Maganel does find a hit on the Bombard. Does take out the Maganel. So the palisade wall will stay up. Maganel does not get a great shot there. Got some villagers throwing some archers hit there. Cannoneers need to start advancing forward along the walls to get some good holds on in their opponent. Right now, Cyan has a small army than Red. Right now, they're both throwing everything they have. There is a big breach there. Cyan has not been able to patch it up. There is now... No, he does manage to close it now. Does get some good damage there. Does get a hit there. And the Palisade Gate does go down. Cannoneers getting some damage on in. He's trying to pull the line. His Maganel is going down. Now it's going to be a big dog power right there. We got a good amount of reinforcements coming on in, but they're just going to general A move forward. Another, not rally, but it is an A move forward. Cannoneers getting some good damage there. Doesn't have access to chemistry just yet, so they only do 35 damage, so still a significant amount. Trebuchet now trying to hit some of these other siege weapons. Springbolt does find a hit there on the Bombard. Red's front line has mostly gone away thanks to his hand cannoneers, but still too many mangonels here. Finds a massive hit there with those hand cannoneers. There goes. He takes the tower there as well. Gaining out closures, that's now to the veteran horseman research. He's trying to. There's also Culverin and mangonels here. That's a lot of siege weapons here. And emplacement research on the outpost, so may want to get out fortified as well. Needs a bit of stone. I think Sun has stones. And can he just gain good damage there? Finds good hit down the outpost. He does have court architects for increased health. Or whatever additional health research. He does have a unique one as well. They can research. Let's see which one he has gotten. He's gotten to the what's it called, not extra materials, improved fortification, whatever. The unique research, not court architects. Mangonels, bombards can hit there on the spearmen. Hits the melee force there, not this very powerful range force. Springald's trying to advance them forward. Culverins have been pulled back, but they went down 1 to 2. Let's take out one of the mangonels there. Villager of a Torch does go down. Unable to get the rest of these siege units there. These units need to fall back. The counterweight Cherry should see a bit of a beating as well. More spearmen, more hand cannoneers advancing forward, but they're just being rallied forward and not moved forward. Horsemen overrun the Springolds. He does have additional Springold here, but can't be losing them. 2 Springolds do go down. Does save the other Springold. This tower has not gone up, but says network of castles here. He does not have network of citadels yet. Bombards against forward as well as Maganel. Finds a volley there, taking out Spearmen. Villagers need to be pushing back. They repaired the Springgold. Now Sign needs to take time to rally his forces. He's having a bit of trouble. He could perhaps go for some bannered army again. Magno finds some misses there. And Arms trying to charge forward, trying to find some other engagements. Red's forcing around breaking on through. Sign has not been able to maintain the front line. And Kenya's now pulling up more than pulling out field. He's trying to get them all out on the field, but right now he's just having trouble to maintain the front line. Needs more spearmen. That'll help pull back the horsemen, allows Kenya's to get some good damage on the man at arms. Now he's starting to advance his choke point there, which is very good for Cyan. That will slow down his opponent. Now got a single longbowman on the field. Doing some good damage over here. And Kenya's advancing on forward. Maganel's finding a pretty good hit there on the man on these hand cannoneers. It doesn't have chemistry just yet, so it doesn't get any additional damage. But right now the man at arms are just sneak right into these hand cannoneers. It does have a network castle there, greatly increasing attack speed. Over and firing away, got a forward keep now pulled up by Red. He does not have access to emergency repairs. He is pulling forward counselor for emergency repairs. Upon seeing that keep there, he may want to go for another Vanguard army. And some extra spearmen and crossbows would not hurt them either. Watch continue producing that. Got more trebuchets as well as crossbows. Let's have these Vanguard Rangers here. If you want to take a look at them, they do 14 damage plus 12 versus light melee. I don't know if they're affected by by longbow research. They do have 9 tile range, which I believe longbow's range is 8, or no, 7. They do fire farther than regular longbows. I believe they do hit hard as well. Doesn't have any pierce damage to go along with them. Oh, no, it does have too. No pierce armor though, but he's not fighting against things that uses ranged attacks. Continues to get some good damage there. Looks like they're starting to fall back, trying to avoid any additional damage. Maganel's find a massive volley there. More horsemen charging forward, trying to overrun these Maganels, trying to deal with these siege weapons. This range army just got annihilated by those Maganels. He's non-scattered formation. And they receive another deadly hit there. Losing those range units like that to the Mangonels was game ending. As Anna Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.